Hello, bonjour everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for those who subscribe to my channel. Today what I'm going to talk about is a gaming mat for Flames of War. Everybody knows that you can buy those gaming mat already made, and especially both sides are different battle time or era or place, like desert or European country, but it's something like $100 US for a gaming mat from Flames of War. So if you are a bit like me and you do that for fun and you enjoy building stuff also and making things, painting, etc., you might be interested to make your own table mats and to make your gaming mats really inexpensive to some extent. So here's my table mats. I just finished to put it together. I just finished to build everything that you can see on the table right now. And it cost me about $50 Canadian. So really inexpensive, really easy to make, and really easy, really fun. So we're gonna go through all the steps to create that. And if you are more interested in details, I already have video of every step by step of different road, water, river, the house, the trees, etc., that I could make. But today I'm gonna just try to be like on the general purpose of all the step by step of making my table mat. So we think about it as 4 feet by 6 feet or 120 centimeters by 180 centimeters for the gaming mat. So what I did is I went where they sell fabrics, and I look at what I can use to do my gaming mat. And I found some vinyl on sale, $5 a meter. So you cannot be cheaper than that, $5 a meter for vinyl. And I bought 2 meters. So 2 meters is about 6.5 feet, 210 centimeters. So it's more than enough to do my gaming mat. So once I'm back home with really cheap, $10 for 2 meters, so I have more than enough. And here's my gaming mat at a really low cost. What I did next is to cut to the standard gaming mat of Flames of War. That is 4 feet by 6 or 120 centimeters by 180. So I'm gonna run in feet, a foot, inches, and I'll make it in the description below the conversion in centimeters, because I cannot just convert all the time what I'm talking about. But anyway, to some extent, most of the road, river, etc., there's no reason for me to give you the length of what I built, because it's all personal for each of you to make the size you want. For the house is the same thing. Just try to make it as much standard with the size of your tank and soldiers, and everything's going to be fine. So I came back home. I got my vinyl 2 meters. First thing I did is unroll on my table and tape the size of the gaming mat 4 feet by 6. From there, I spent another $8 or $10 in spray paint. And I spray paint green my table mat that was gray. So that way I got the green base for my game. And as you can see on the table, it's not all green. It's different shade of green, just to make it a bit more interesting. So I have a gaming mat paint for less than $20. Now it's time for me to find a way to be inexpensive to do my road, my river for the table. And what I found is I found at the dollar store some anti-slip shelf liner. It's like a rubber mat, but about 1 mil thick. It's really flexible because it's rolled. And they sell them for $3.50 at the dollar store. So I bought a couple. I bought also a bunch of different color paint, acrylic paint from the dollar store. So I spent about $6, $10, $12. So let's say $15 for round it up. So I'm at $35 and I have all my road, all my paint to paint my road on my river for $15. So I'm $35. So I'm still in good shape in how much I spend overall. So what I did is I took the length of 18 inches width and I cut them in strip of 2 inches for my dirt road. So 1 inches would be paint dirt color, and half an inch on both sides would be like grass color green. And that's for my dirt road. So I take the 8 inches, I cut them in two, so 9 inches length for each of my piece of road. I do the same with Cobblestone Road. When you look at in detail and close that anti-slip, it looked like a little square everywhere. So I thought it would be great in detail for cobblestone. So to make my road that is not a dirt road, but like a more main road, I decided to cut them wider because 1 inch is about the width of one vehicle. So if I go 3 inches wide at 2.5 inches for the road, I got the width enough for two vehicles to pass side by side. And for make a city road, instead of 3 inches, I cut them at 2.5 inches, and I won't have any dirt on both sides, so it creates just one road that is 2.5 inches wide for the city. So if I decide to build to have several houses in a square, like a city square or something like that, or village square, it's all cobblestone road, and there's no dirt on both sides. And to create all that, those roads, it costs almost nothing. Like I bought two rolls at $3.50 each, and I was able to make with one roll all my road, all my river for my tabletop. Now that all my road, my river is built, it's time to make some forest. So I decided to show the limit of the forest to use again that anti-slip shelf liner and just cut in different size, different width, etc. So I won't give you any size of it, just to show you. Here's a pictures of one. As you can see, it's a different shape, and you can make it the size you want and the size you need. I just made several to put on the table to show you what it may look like. So I have those paint with some green and some dirt brown to show that it's in the forest, so it's not all green. It's a mix of both. It's not in the field. And also, as you can see, there's 4 trees there. What I did is I found on Amazon 70 trees about the size for 1/100 scale for $20 Canadian, free shipping. And it took like I know it's come from China. It took 5-6 weeks, but I got 70 trees for $20. So it's a great buy. I cannot pass on that. To have all those trees already made, I just have to put a better base because they come without a base. That's one of the issues you can see or may think, but because it is trees for model train, and they assume the people who do model train, they put that on a high density foam, and they just have to pick the high density foam the trees on, and it will stand. For me, I don't have a high density foam, it's a vinyl table. So I did a little base in wood, and I use heat glue to glue my trees on the piece of wood, and then I put some flock to make like a forest ground around the trees. So I got all my trees like that. They look great, and my forests are built. To complete the accessories for my gaming mat, I just need to build some house, some bridge, and some hill. For that, I purchased some high density foam that from the hardware store. I bought high density foam 1 inch thick and some of 0.5 inch thick. I will make a video just for the house and the bridge, so you'll be able to see all the process from the time I got the foam, cut, paint, etc. to complete the house or the bridge. This is just to show you the complete one. You can see inside is big enough to have 2 bays of infantry in it per house. I think it's pretty much standard from Flames of War. When you look at the house they sell, Flames of War sell. And that will complete. For the hill, I use high density foam and about 1/2 inch, and I just shave the side, and that create my hill. That's pretty much complete all the construction for my Flames of War table mat and all its accessories. The only thing I haven't talked in here is my hedgerow and my crop field. That was pretty easy. I just bought a doormat, that outside doormat that is really thick. I paid like $10 for it. I cut them in strip to make my hedgerow, and I use the same kind of paint that I used to paint my mat green, to paint it really dark green. So I put several layers to achieve that. The crop, I let the doormat the same color, and it create my crop field. And the last thing is, as you can see a bit, is railroad. There's a railroad passing on through my table mat. It's I think it's HO, the model size of that track, and basically I use a flow tile 1 foot square. That's a stick, peel and stick, and I just peel and put the track on the sticky side. I use some gravel, shingle gravel on top of it, glued with PVA glue, and to create my railroad track. So that's complete. My gaming mat from to play Flames of War game. I hope you enjoy. If you have any comments or any suggestion, feel free to write that in the bottom of here of this video. I'll read them, and I'll see what I can do to improve my gaming mat as well. So thank you for watching. I hope you appreciate. I'll see you soon with a new video.